Hello, welcome to Verbling and the topic, the house husband. My name is Holly, and I will be the trainer for this hour, and we will be doing a reading exercise that will also build vocabulary and give you the chance to speak. So that is the plan for today. So we will be talking about the house husband. So and meaning men who are at home and taking care of their children and so forth. Hi, Cornell. How are you again?
I am okay. I have a quick question regarding the previous class.
Uh-huh.
Do you know who invited C vitamin? Vitamin?
The vitamin C. You had put a link there that I
Yeah.
didn't have a
Yeah.
chance to actually see.
It was a Hungarian man.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, I didn't know that. So vitamin C is actually from Hungary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. No, wasn't aware of that. But I know that vitamin C is like that keeps people from dying of rickets. So it's a very good vitamin for sure. So, hello, Alabek. How are you today?
Hello, Holly. Uh, I'm fine, thank you.
Remind me where you are from. Was it
I'm from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan? Okay, because I knew it. I was like, didn't want to say a country because I kept three of them popped in my head. So Kazakhstan, awesome. I remember you were in my class last week.
Yes,
So
a few times I was.
okay, awesome. All right. So the house husband is what we're talking about today. So now, Cornell, you have one child, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Alabek, do you have any children?
Yes, I have one son.
One son. Okay. How old?
He's two years old.
3 years old.
Two.
Okay.
Yes.
2 years old. Okay. Now, uh, the 2-year-old that's in my home right now is testing everything, and we tell her to come, and we tell her to come here, and she runs away and goes and hides. Is that happening to your son as well?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. The 2-year-old in my home right now. We will say to her, Cynthia, come here, come here, come here, come here, and she will look at us, smile real big, and then turn around and run away and go and hide. Does your son do that?
Yes, sometimes he did it.
Yeah. So she's always testing us. It's pretty funny. So um, anyway, right. Well, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm sure other people will come. We had about 6 people reserve the time, so excellent.
Yeah. We are waiting for them.
Yeah, maybe they were in the last class. I know Aka says that sometimes goes from class to class, but between classes he runs errands, so he might come 15 minutes late because he's gone to do his laundry or something like that. So, okay, so we've got this topic. It's called the house husband. So, what do you think the title means? What is it? When you saw this title, were you thinking, Alabek?
I think it's about a man who can keep his house, and he who is do some work in house.
Uh-huh.
And
Does he have a job outside of the house, or is his main job the house?
I think not. I think it's the same as a woman
Mm-hmm.
who is sitting at home and keep the home yeah, who's yes, with children. I think it's the same.
Okay, so it's the same as a housewife.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, only a man. Would either one of you ever be a house husband?
Sometimes when I have less work, I'm trying to be at home and do some
Mm-hmm.
things
So
to help my wife.
uh-huh.
Yes.
So you try to help your wife out. Okay, awesome.
Yes.
And Cornell, how about you? Would you be a house husband if you could?
No, no. I think the house husband is not typical in Hungary and in Europe.
Okay. And
It is my opinion. Concerning myself, I try to help with my wife, but it is also not typical.
mhm.
I am not proud of it.
Yeah, so you try to help her, but yeah, I think that in some cultures it's just not normal for
But
yeah.
I do some housework inside the house,
Do you do more? Do
like
you
uh, cutting and doing some exercise inside the house.
do more housework than your dad did or your father did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I've noticed my brothers do a lot more housework than that my dad ever did. So, all right. Um, so yeah, I think say for example, if your wives got an opportunity to go to work full time and make a lot of money, would you quit your jobs to raise your kids? Alabek, what do you think? Would you quit your job so your wife can work full time?
Sorry, could you?
Well, I don't think so. Even she would be earn much more money than me. I never something
Never
like
quit your
do.
job. Okay, and
Yes.
Cornell, you too, you would not quit your job.
Yeah, could you please repeat the question?
I said if your wife got a job opportunity where she made double what you make, would you quit your job to raise your son?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
I'll say it again. Say for example, your wife got a job where she makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
would you resign or quit what you were doing so you could stay home with your
Yeah.
son?
Uh, yeah, it is possible, but it depends on situations and the location of the job.
Okay, so it depends on where you are
Yeah,
located.
it could be, yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and read this article, and we're going to match four words. We've got full time, experience, choice, and gave up. Hi, Shadow. Experience, choice, and gave up. Shadow, are you there?
Hello, Miss Holly.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Do you know Alabek and Cornell?
Yeah, I know Arabic.
Alabek's from Kazakhstan, Cornell's from Hungary, and Shadow's from Saudi Arabia. And I remembered this time. Yay!
Yeah, yay. Nice to meet you all.
I always think she's from Asia because of her picture. So anyway, Shadow, would you allow your husband to quit work so he could be a house husband?
Maybe. I don't if he's good in housework.
Oh, so if he is good at housework.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he's good at housework, you would allow it. Okay. I would love it if I
Oh,
had a husband that did
I
that.
mean, I can call him like stay-home father.
Yeah, that's another one. A house husband could also be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, okay.
Stay-at-home dad. In fact, my brother was a stay-at-home dad. So now his kids are almost raised and he's not sure what to do. So let's read through this. So Alabek, could you read the first paragraph?
Okay, one second.
Okay.
Jack Denton is a happily married father of 3. He's university educated, has worked for several well-regarded companies, and lives in an affluent neighborhood.
Okay. Thank you. Do you guys know what affluent means?
Fluent.
Affluent.
I know what influent means. What affluent?
Okay. Affluent is basically a rich neighborhood.
Okay.
It's another way of saying it's, if you're a part of the affluent part of towns, and it has to do with the word influence. People who are rich and influence things.
Okay.
Okay. Cornell, could you read the next paragraph?
Yeah. That sets Jack apart from many other fathers his age is his career. Despite success in his career, Jack chose to his career experience
Or choice, I think.
or choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite success in his career, Jack chose to quit his job in order to become a full-time stay-at-home father. Instead of packed commuter trains, it's packed lunches as he gets up early in order to prepare breakfast and then take his children to school.
Okay. Does everyone know what a packed lunch is? Shadow, do you know what a packed lunch is?
Lunches is the meal, you mean?
It could be a special lunch or something like that.
It's a packed lunch is we call it a cold lunch, but it's basically lunch in a bag.
Yeah.
So what kids might take to school.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Third paragraph. Shadow, could you read that?
Yeah, sure. It's a very different lifestyle, Jack admit. I used to work in HR for a financial services company. However, with the birth of our youngest son, it became clear that my wife would not be able to continue working full-time, given that her salary exceeded mine. The decision was a no-brainer. I give up the office job to stay at home and bring up the kids.
Okay. Okay. Any words are here that you guys do not know? What is a no-brainer?
No thinking, no.
No-brainer was basically a no-brainer means it was an easy choice.
Oh, okay.
You didn't even have to think about it. Okay, and given that her salary far exceeded mine, does everybody know what that means? Her salary was much higher. Much higher.
Okay.
Okay, any other words? I think everything else might be clear. Tell me if there isn't anyone. Okay, Albeck, can you read the next one?
Okay. Jack is a part of growing trend that sees men performing duties which have traditionally been seen as the wife's domain. In the United States, almost 3% of married fathers bring their children up at home. In the United Kingdom, the number of house husbands tops 200,000.
Okay. Does everybody know what domain here would mean?
Domain, it means in the house. It means the something in the home house.
It means basically an area.
Yeah.
And so an area, so the kitchen is normally the wife's domain. But if you have a husband that loves to cook and his wife doesn't like to cook, it might be the husband's domain. So, okay. Okay, next one. Cornell, could you read the next paragraph?
Stay-at-home fathers can face discrimination and may find it difficult to gain acceptance from their peers. Some feel ostracized by society for choosing something different to the norm.
Okay, so ostracized, very good pronunciation. Ostracized
What
by
does it mean?
society. Some feel if you're ostracized, you're not accepted. You know, which would be the reason you wouldn't want to do it. You know, because your society doesn't accept it. So you're not accepted. You're not.
Reject or
You're rejected.
Refused.
Mm-hmm. That would be another one. So some feel rejected by society for choosing something different to the norm. And norm means is a short for normal. Normal or usual. So, all right. Any other words here? Okay. Shadow, can you read the next paragraph?
Okay. Jack Denton's I don't know. Jack Denton's experience has been almost universally positive. I don't feel any stigma to my career choice, he says. I certainly don't miss the old days where I spent hours in a cramped office. I'm more than happy for my wife to be the family breadwinner. As traditional gender roles are broken down in society, having stay-at-home husbands is a trend that is likely to spread.
Okay, so there might be some words in here you guys don't know. Stigma. Do you guys know the word stigma?
Stamp.
It is the same as the shame. Yes?
Same as what?
Shame, he said.
Shame.
Yeah, it is. That's a good explanation. Yeah, it's a shame. Type of shame. Yeah, very good. Yeah. So, and then also breadwinner. Family breadwinner. Do you guys know what that means? The breadwinner is the person who makes the money. So basically, that comes from to bring home the bacon.
Who's the person who's responsible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bring home the bacon to you know, everybody, a breadwinner, that's bread for, you know, that we eat. So a breadwinner is a person who brings the money home, who's responsible for bringing the money home. And traditionally, in all of our societies, it's been the men. And so in my generation, we're starting to change, and the generation after me is there's even more men and women that are changing the traditional gender roles. Okay. Okay. Are there any other words in here that you guys do not know? Okay, let's go on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Gender means female or male.
Yes.
Okay,
Also
you.
known as sex.
Yeah.
Any other words? Let's see. Let's go ahead and discuss this. First of all, Jack didn't. Are these sentences true or false? And if they're false, let's correct it. So Jack Denton used to be a successful businessman. Is that true or false?
True.
True. Yes. But apparently his wife was more successful. So.
Yeah.
He quit his job despite earning more than his wife.
It's false.
False. Okay. How would we change that sentence?
He quit his job because of earning less than his wife.
Because he earned less than his wife. Okay. Less than his wife. Okay, perfect. Okay, everyone thinks that a house husband is a good thing. True or false?
False.
False. Okay. And Jack is embarrassed that his wife has to work.
False.
False. Yeah, he's quite pleased. Have you guys ever seen the movie? It was made. It was made about 1983.
The old movie.
Yeah, it's old. It doesn't seem old to me because I was a teenager at the time. So I was in the 8th grade, but it was one of my very favorite movies at the time. I think I might rent it after this. It's called Mr. Mom. Have any of you guys seen that movie?
No.
It's really what happens is he gets it's set in Michigan where there's a lot of car plants, and he gets laid off from his job, and then he and his wife make a bet that she'll get a job before he will, and he ends up getting she ends up getting the job before him, so he learns to become a mom, and it was set before around the times that gender roles were changing, but it's this movie right here, and it's really really funny. You know, she becomes an executive for an advertising firm, and she experiences sexual harassment. And at the end of the movie, he goes back to work, and she starts becoming a mom again. But it's you know, like this one right here, he has to pick up stuff for his wife, and he doesn't want to. And but it's a real funny movie. So if you guys have a chance to see the movie, it was set in the early 80s, so it's a vintage one. So this is a family. So he has the baby girl, and then 2 boys, and then the mother and the father, and this is the lady's boss, and then the secretary that hates her. But it's a funny movie.
Yeah, it looks funny.
So, but anyway, I loved the movie when I was a kid. So, okay, vocabulary building. Let's go on. In the context of this article, let's choose the best explanation for the following phrases. If you live in an affluent neighborhood, Alabek, what would the answer be?
If you live in an affluent neighborhood, your neighbors are rich.
Perfect. Your neighbors are rich. And Cornell, could you read number 2?
Yeah. If something sets you apart from the other people. I have no any idea. It could be you are different to other people.
Something sets you apart from other people. Actually, it would be other people think you are strange. This one, though, it's interesting because this one has a grammar mistake. You can never be different to other people. Does anybody know what the correct preposition for this would be?
For other people?
You're actually different from.
From.
And that's 100% of the time. When you use the word different, if you need the preposition, it's always different from other people. So, okay. So number 3, if a decision is a no-brainer, a shadow, what would the answer be?
It's C. It's very obvious decision. Yeah, B. Sorry.
Okay.
You make the decision without thinking.
Yeah, exactly. If it's a no-brainer. Okay. Alabek, number 4.
If you are ostracized by society, people keep away from you.
Yes, people keep away from you. Okay. And number 5, Cornell.
If someone is the family breadwinner, B, he earns money for the family.
Yes. So he or she, usually with this mark right here, you would say he or she earns money for the family.
In this case, she. In this case, yeah. She.
She, exactly. So find expressions in the text which means the following. Have 3 children and a good marriage. So we need to go back to the text. What would that be? Any idea? Have 3 children and a good marriage.
Jack Denton is a happily married father of 3.
Happily married?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my thought as well. Happily married father of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. A company that has a good reputation.
Oops, sorry.
Okay, your phone's ringing, no worries. What would be a company that has a good reputation? Any idea?
Holly, could you please scroll up to the text?
Yeah, well, let's change it. Let's do it this way. Let's go to page display. Go to 2-page view. And that way you have here's the page. Can you guys see that very well though?
More or less.
Okay. Let's just make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
There.
It looks like better.
Yeah, that's better. So a company that has a good reputation would be what? Any idea?
Well-regarded companies. Has Jack Denton has worked for well-regarded companies.
Yes, well-regarded companies. Perfect. Well-regarded. Okay. Someone who studied at universities. That would be what?
A student? Sorry, teacher, I didn't get. Can you say it again?
Someone who studied at university.
So the question I have to.
It's something from the text.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's from the text.
Jack Denton is university educated.
Yeah. Be university educated. Yeah, so university educated. I would say because my first response on that one also was it's a student, someone who studies at university, but yeah, university educated. A train with lots of people on it who are going to work. What would that be called? It is located. The answer is located where?
Instead of packed commuter trains, each
Yeah,
train
it's a
launch.
packed. Yeah, a packed commuter train. Something that is usually done by the wife. Okay, so that would be the wife's domain.
Yes.
Yeah, and something that is becoming more common. And that would be down in the last paragraph.
Maybe a family breadwinner.
No. It's actually, the answer is actually a growing trend. I give the answers when I find it even more difficult for me. So let's go on. So let's go ahead and let's go to these discussion questions. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to change this back to single page view. Okay. So, Shadow, how common are house husbands in your country?
Sorry, teacher, what's the question?
How common are house husbands in your country?
Oh, it's 0%.
0%.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. And how about in Hungary?
It could be happen, but I have a question to Shadow. What is the reason of 0%? It is a strict regulation in Saudi Arabia, or what is the reason?
Because men can't accept that.
Sorry, could you please repeat it?
I said men here can't accept that to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So it's because of maybe it's because of this, in English we'd say maybe because of the strict gender
and
gender roles.
Yeah, it comes Saudi Arabia culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a culture. It's their
unwritten rules.
personality. It's everything. They can't accept. I wish I have a husband that is our house. It's nice.
That would help at home and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because there's unwritten roles and unwritten rules in every society and every family, and maybe in Saudi Arabia there's strict gender roles.
Yeah, but they change every year. They change. So
Oh, really?
in future, I'm sure that will exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Shadow, are there any other unwritten rules in Saudi Arabia which can be very strange for other countries?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Yeah. Are there any unwritten rules, is what he said, that can be in Saudi Arabia that can be considered strange in other countries?
I think in every country there is strange.
I think so too.
Yeah. Maybe it's normal to me. Maybe it's strange for you. So it's.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right.
So so Cornell, there's probably a few house husbands in Hungary, but you don't know of any personally?
Sorry?
Do you know any house husbands or stay-at-home dads in Hungary?
Yeah, it could be, but it depends on the financial situation of Hungarian people and unemployment situation of in the family.
Okay. So Alabek, how about Kazakhstan? how common are stay-at-home dads or house husbands in Kazakhstan?
Not really common, but I think that the percent of the house husbands maybe from 1 to 5.
Okay, so it's a little bit more than Saudi Arabia.
Yes, I think.
A little bit more, but not much. So yeah, because I think this is a new idea, for men to even think, of taking leave. In some countries, they have something called of course, when a mother has a baby, they take maternity leave from work, right? In some countries, they also have what is called paternity leave, and that's for the man to take some time off work so that he can be with the baby as well. Do they have paternity leave in your countries?
You mean me, teacher?
Yeah, anybody. Yeah, Shadow. Yeah, we can start with you, Shadow.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so the men can take off work, take time off work when they have children?
No. I mean maternity leave. Sorry, for women, not for men.
Okay, so you do have maternity leave. Okay, and Cornell, do you guys have maternity leave and paternity leave in Hungary?
Both are okay in Hungary, but yeah, maternity leave is more common
Common.
than paternity leave.
Uh-huh. And how about in Kazakhstan?
Can I ask you, maternity, it means when the mothers do all work?
Yeah. Actually, it's this question right here. So,
Yeah.
maternity leave is when when the mother leaves, and paternity leave is when the new father leaves work.
Yes, I think very common is when the maternity leave, when the woman keeps the children and the man going to work, and it's very, yes.
Do you have paternity leave though?
I don't know. I
Okay.
never.
Probably not. In Finland, where I used to live for many years, they have paternity leave. And some of the ladies I was teaching one time told me that that sometimes men get burnt out from their jobs. Right? They just get burnt out. They get tired of their work. But there's a big stigma in taking off work for burnout. But there's no stigma for taking off work for paternity leave. So some of the men will take paternity leave just so they can just get some time off work, and because there's no stigma. Does that make sense?
Holly, what is about in USA?
In the U.S., the U.S. it really depends on the company. I would say that most companies they offer, well, it's a federal law that women get when they have a baby, they can take 6 weeks off. If they work for a large company that is a really good company, they might be able to get up to a year. But a federal law says only 6 weeks.
Only 6 weeks?
Only 6 weeks, yeah. And that's for the woman. And the guys probably don't get off at all. So a company only has to hold your job for 6 weeks, only has to pay you for 6 weeks. Many companies will still hold your job for 3 months or even a year, but they only pay for 6 weeks.
In Hungary, maternity leave is 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Wow.
2 or 3 years. It depends on the mother. It is possible to go back to the work after 2 years, but it is allowed to stay at home for 3 years.
Wow. I just don't understand why so many
And
Americans think we're the best country. We're not.
and regarding twins,
Uh-huh.
it is allowed to stay at home 6 years
6
in
years because you
Hungary.
have
Yeah,
two.
6 years.
So it's allowed. So you would say allowed. So this word, it's allowed. Actually is pronounced like this word. Both of those words are pronounced the same. Allowed. So if you have twins, you can stay off work for 4 to 6 years. Wow. Shadow, what is the maternity leave length for women in Saudi Arabia?
For me, it's 2 months.
Uh-huh.
And for public, I mean government, at least, if she worked for government, she can take 2 months maternity leave, and she can also take 4 years. It's for not maternity leave with a quarter of the salary.
Okay, and then that's the same as in Finland, and that's called child care leave.
Yeah, it's child care.
Care leave. And in Finland, you can the women can get 10 months, the men can get 2 months, but they can also take child care leave up to when their last child is 3 years old. So, all of that. How about in Kazakhstan? What is the maternity leave? How long do they get?
You say about when the child is born?
Yeah, when the child is born, how long does the mother have off work?
Mother has, I remember, 3 years. Yeah, she may quit the job for 3 years. And,
really?
Yes, and she's working place will be keeps for she.
Okay, so that's the same as Hungary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because from our Soviet past, it's more paternalism, political, social and political. So it's very big. I think it's good because it allows mothers to keep child and the home.
Yeah.
Holly, I have a question regarding 6 weeks off in US. After this period, who takes care of the baby?
Usually, it depends on the situation. Sometimes the women will stay out longer, and because that's it's not very long. Sometimes they will take the kids to a daycare.
Yeah.
Daycare center. Sometimes they will get an in-home nanny. Sometimes it will just be a babysitter.
Yeah.
Or in-home daycare. And the last resort then, of course, is grandparents.
Yeah, but in my opinion, 6 week baby is quite young.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. To care of baby another person.
Yeah, I completely agree. I remember when there was a summer of 1998. I was working in Montana, and I was working at a hotel. And the night auditor, and that was the lady that worked from 11 p.m. till 7 a.m. in the morning. She had a baby.
Yeah.
And she was single, and the father was not going to help out. She was living with her mother. She was probably about 21 or 22. And so she actually, the boss, the manager of the hotel was going to give her 6 or 8 or 10 weeks or 12 weeks off. And she said, no, I can't afford it. And so she took 2 weeks off. And then because she worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., her mom would bring the baby over to the hotel when it was time for the baby to be fed.
It is very strange.
Yeah, but it was they couldn't afford it. She needed to work, and so because I don't think that this no, they have to be off for 6 weeks. I don't think that the companies have to pay for the 6 weeks. I think many of the good companies do, but we don't have very good benefits in the U.S.
Yeah.
for many companies.
But I am not able to accept this rules in the US.
Yeah. Well, I have a hard time understanding why Americans think that the U.S. is the best country in the world.
Yeah.
You know, because if you've been around.
Baby needs the mom.
Yeah. Baby needs the mother. I agree. And just for the main reason is because of the baby needs to bond with a caregiver, and because it's very, very important. I totally agree. So, and let's go to the next question. So, Shadow, do you think Jack Denton made the right decision in becoming a house husband?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Okay. What do you think, Cornell?
In this situation, yes.
Yes. Okay. For in his situation, and Alabek, how about you?
Oh, maybe for Jack Denton it is right.
For him it was right, but not everybody it is. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to the next question. What would you like to be, or are you, a house husband or housewife? Do you think it's a tough job? So, Alabek, you've already said that no, you would not be one. So let's go to the next question. Do you think it's a tough job?
Yes, I think it's quite tough job.
Okay. Cornell, and you also already said you would not be one. Do you think it's a tough job?
I think it is not a complicated job comparing it another office job. So I think it is very easy to be a house husband.
Okay, compared to some jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
So Shadow, would you be a housewife?
No, I don't like this thing. Anything related to children, no, I don't like it.
Okay. And so do you think that it would be a tough job?
Are you asking me, teacher?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's a tough job. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm right now I'm watching my sister learn to be a housewife. she's having a hard time with it. Just because she would be better off probably working, but so, do you think that all women should be housewives? What do you think, Cornell?
Yes.
Should all women be housewives?
Yeah.
If they have children?
Yes. It is easier way to be a housewife when the woman has a baby or a child.
Okay, so it's easier
or without them.
Okay, so it's easier for a woman to be a housewife when they have children. Is it better for them to be a housewife when they have children? Is it better for women to stay at home with their children?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I think yes.
What do you think, Alabek? Is it better for the women to stay at home with their children?
Yes, I think it's better for them. If they didn't have a work, any job.
Okay. I think it depends on the woman. So I know some women that really need to be working out of they cannot work at home all the time. So Shadow, do you want children?
No.
Oh, you don't want children at all. Okay.
Yeah. Shadow is focusing on his career.
On her career.
They are noisy creature. I don't like them.
Okay.
It was a joke.
Yeah. I mean I like children, and if I was younger, I think I would have been a good mom, but I don't think I could do it now. So,
Maybe teacher, maybe because you don't have a lot of nieces and nephews.
I
If
do.
you have, yeah, if you have, you're gonna say different. It will be different
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I've been an aunt for 25 years now, and um, right now I'm actually living in the same house as three of them, and the ages are 5, 5, and 6. So,
Oh,
um, so my place. It's a little type of it's a small efficiency apartment, and it's just I just open the door and I'm in their home, and it's kind of operated separately, but at the same time, if they need my help, they'll come and ask me, and if I'm free, I'll babysit and things like that. So
yeah.
so
Is it? Yeah, the same is here. And I hate this job, babysitter.
oh really?
I hate it. Anything except that.
I
Why?
always
Why, Shadow?
why Shadow?
Because they're noisy. You can't handle it. You can't do anything to make them calm. It's very hard job, really.
How old are the kids?
It's I have a lot of nephews and nieces,
Uh-huh.
and for example, my sister have 4 kids,
Uh-huh.
and they just like 4, 6, 7.
Uh-huh.
And they are fighting all the time,
Mhm.
crying all the time. And if she want to go hospital or anywhere, she bring it to me and she said, "Oh, please, I can't say no." So, ah, it's a
And
nightmare.
and then you're like, I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, of course.
That's whenever I really have the desire to be a mom, I've always done this for the last 25 years. I've always just taken care of one of my nieces or nephews for a while, and then I'll go, you can have them. So, but anyway, but then Cornell and Abalek are both parents, and are we missing out, guys?
Sorry?
Are we missing out by not having kids?
Missing out?
Missing out. To miss
What,
out.
what does it mean?
To miss out means to we're not like we are not see to miss out means to not experience
Mm-hmm.
Losing something.
something great.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Are we missing out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in our situation, our wife takes care of the baby.
Uh-huh.
I only play with my son.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you ever change his nappy or his diaper?
yeah.
Do you help her out? You change her his diaper?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. At least you do help with something. Okay. Something. So yeah. So to miss out means to not experience something great. Okay. Um, let's go on. The next page. Where are we at? We've just got a few minutes. Um, this is the house husband vocabulary quiz. Let's choose a suitable word or phrase from the list below. Let's make grammatical changes where necessary. Okay, so Shadow, can you try the first one?
I can't. There is words I can't choose, or I invent.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
That's one thing about this material. They're not providing the words. Oh, choose from. Oh, okay. So we need to make this smaller. Okay, this is what we'll do. Bear with me a moment. Okay.
Holly, is it possible to reduce the screen?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea. Just we'll do. Oops. So I've got these words right here. So anyway, my bedroom is really what? It's on these cards right here.
My bedroom is really cramped. I want
Yes.
to move. Okay.
Okay, you can read the rest.
I want to move somewhere more spacious.
Yes. Exactly. So my bedroom is really cramped. I want to move somewhere more spacious. Okay, next one. Cornell.
Jimmy's father is the main family.
The main family what?
I don't know.
It starts with a B.
Bell.
And
Breadwinner.
breadwinner, yes.
Yeah.
Breadwinner.
Yeah.
However, his mother has a part-time job. Abalek. Susan is a 38-year-old.
Susan is a 38-year-old mother of two.
Mother of two, perfect. Okay, and Shadow, next one.
Many teenagers take up smoking because of pressure from their mother, their parents. I don't know. Their peers.
Peers, yes. Okay, and Cornell, next one.
Educating children at home is I don't know.
It starts with A. It's a growing trend in some parts of the world. Okay. Cornell, can you do the next one?
Should cooking and cleaning be seen as a woman's domain?
Domain, yes. Okay, perfect. And Abalek, next one. Sandra.
Sandra faced discrimination because of the color of her skin.
Yes. Okay, and Shadow.
Yeah, Stan lives in a pretty affluent neighborhood. Most people's kids go to private schools.
Okay, affluent, very, very good. So you guys have learned some new words. Yay! Okay, next one. When Charlotte... I'm sorry, Cornell.
When Charlotte was offered a job working in New York, the decision was I don't know, face discrimination or
No.
a no-brainer.
A no-brainer, yeah. A no-brainer. As soon as you saw it, you went, okay, yeah. The decision was a no-brainer. She accepted immediately. Okay, and then Abalek.
Okay, the commuter trains are so crowded. I never get a seat.
So cramped, yes. Oh, commuter. I'm sorry, cramped. I'm sorry. Commuter. You said commuter, and I wrote cramped. Commuter trains are so crowded, I never get a seat. All right. And I think we are done. And thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope you learn some new words you'll be able to use in conversation in the future. And I'll see you later. Thank you.
Thanks
Okay,
for being
goodbye.
here.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice dream.
Thanks.